It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Toronto Raptors. For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. That game was high scoring. Tonight, they'll need to be better defensively. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Oh, okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you. I understood it.
All right.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's game time here in Miami as the crowds at the American Airlines Arena look to cheer on the hometown Heat. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. The Raptors swing into this game as part of their continuing road trip. And of course, Stanley Johnson, this phase really the integration phase as he's getting into the new flow with his new team. An exciting time for him for sure.
You know, I'm excited and somewhat anxious to see how this team is going to evolve since the trade was made. I mean, he is a guy that could end up being a key player for them as we get ready to hit that stretch run.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Miami Heat has established that high standard for fitness. Even Eric Spoelstra has gotten into it in his late 40s. The Heat coach says when he's working out, I'm in a different place. The physical, emotional, and mental benefits, I'm hooked. Kevin?
As hard as he works, great that he takes care of himself, too. DA, thank you. Hey, Brent, tonight, 2 strong reserve units. As a player, what are some of the advantages of coming off the bench and playing?
I think, Kevin, if you think about coming off the bench and mentally you're into the game, you'll understand the rhythm of when you check in and where you might be able to take advantage of what they're doing defensively, some of their offensive schemes. You might have seen the sets, so it's important to pay attention while you're on the bench and then come in and impact the game in a positive way.
You can get in the flow of the game without even playing.
Sometimes, and then you also get to play against another team's bench, which can sometimes help you find your rhythm a lot quicker than going up against the starters.
Good point. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. They've got Marc Gasol, Lowry out there with Powell, and it's Siakam in at the 4. Lowry for 3, sinks the triple. Lowry's got the first bucket of the night, a 3-pointer for the Raptors.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Wants to get it to Butler and does. And he banks in the layup.
And right in the teeth of the defense, making a statement early in this one.
Yeah, pinpointing the rim protection with that attack, and no one makes enough of an effort there to stop him.
Powell, that's good. Powell's got his first 2 points.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Winslow kicks to Butler. That one goes in.
There's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
Now here is Lowry. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia. Out to the wing. Siakam passes to Anunoby. 5 on the clock. Unloads from 13. And that one hits back iron.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Olynyk. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Olynyk's got his first basket of the night.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the dunk by Powell.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
But that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Miami with the ball after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. That one goes. Count it.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. It's stolen by Dragic. A rebound by Gasol.
Well, after nailing the first 4 shots of the game, some relief for the defense. They finally missed one.
Powell kicks to Lowry. There's the dish to Gasol. Anunoby in the corner. 5 to shoot. Tipped away. Stolen by Winslow. It's Butler that time on the assist from Dragic. 8 points for Butler.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
There's the pass to Gasol. Back to Lowry. Passes it to Siakam. Here's Anunoby, defended by Butler. Shot clock at 5. Powell for 3. No good that time. The Heat go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage. Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Raptors trail by 5. Lowry dishes to Gasol. The drive by Lowry. That's tipped. Gasol with the steal. And it's good for 2.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Now here's Dragic. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Orlando. Lets the 3 fly, but they recover it. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his first foul. James Johnson's checked in for Olynyk. Serge Ibaka is checked in for the Raptors. There's Siakam. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. And the Heat committing a lot of money for this hard-working bunch. Brent, how do they improve from this point on?
Now it's about player development, Kevin, taking advantage of the off-season, making sure the guys are improving upon their weaknesses and staying sharp with their strengths. They're going to have to find a few more diamonds in the rough out there to add to this roster and maybe set themselves up in free agency to lure somebody down the South Beach. And we'll see if they can do that. The front office tends to get creative in that way.
That one is off. Now about midway through the season, a couple teams starting to slide. And they're desperate to turn things around.
But does that mean, Kevin, desperate means you've got to make a bunch of changes? Or do you go back to some of the things that had you in a position where we were talking about you in a positive manner?
Well, you want to remember your mission statement, don't you? You know, what did we begin the season with?
Right. What did we come out of training camp?
Yes.
What was our mantra coming out of training camp? And maybe late November into early December, we won 7 of 10 games. Well, guess what? Break out that film. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's show some of the highlights of what we're capable of doing.
Go back to what we wanted to be.
And then bring it into the next game and show that you're capable of doing it again.
Agreed. The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game.
shooting 2.
That free throw missing. Dion Waiters checked in for the Heat. He hits the second from the line. Here's Wade. He had 13 points in the win against Orlando.
And I felt like his offense fed right into his D. He caused a bunch of turnovers. There was just no let up in him all night.
Miami no good on that time either.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
Here's Ibaka, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
Now, here's Wade. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Three-pointer, Butler. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Raptors have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Pass to Van Vliet. Clock at 6. Over Waiters. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Waiters finds Butler. Waiters up top. In the game against Orlando, very impressive.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
Miami trailing. Wants to get it to Butler and does.
And it's all about positioning for Butler. Once he's deep inside the paint, there's no question he's going to finish that one.
Here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Waiters. Van Vliet kicks to Payne. Back to Van Vliet. Releases from 15, and that one goes long.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Here's Leonard. Ibaka with some nice D. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Van Vliet. The shot will not fall. Excellent D there from Waiters.
Yeah, a bit frigid to begin this one. Just can't make anything to get the game started.
And here's Johnson outside. It's good from long range. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Raptors trail by 4. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
Yeah, and therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
And the Heat making a change here. Jones is checked in, and the Raptors also making a change. Johnson's checked in. Here is Ibaka, who's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Waiters following the basket by Stanley Johnson. Waiters passes to Wade. Yep, that one goes. And the Heat lead by 4.
And head coach Erik Spoelstra always looking for different perspectives, looking to tweak and change certain things and constantly learning. That's a growth mindset. We hear him talk about that a lot, and it's something that he encourages not only his staff to do, but his players as well.
Johnson with some nice D.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Launches it, gets the three-pointer to fall. Johnson's got 5. And Spoelstra assigns assistants to read books, attend clinics, and bring back reports. Always looking for new insights.
Yep, lots of paperwork on that Miami Heat coaching staff. They keep daily notes on everything from basketball to the big picture around the team. Stats, quotes, questions, all inspirational stuff. So anything they can draw a competitive advantage on or keep things positive, Spo's looking to do that.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Van Vliet kicks to Payne. Ibaka outside. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Now here's Wade, and taken away by Johnson. Fast break. Here come the Raptors for three. And the Raptors hit again from deep. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Wade kicks to Waiters. Pass to Johnson. Ball's knocked loose. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Payne gets a wide open look and misses it off the right side of the rim. Miami's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Fades away. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Jones. Johnson's got the game tied up here for the Heat. Toronto's gone 4 of 6 from long range here early on. And the Raptors call time here. The big changes in defensive rules happened right in the middle of your playing days. How did people initially react to those?
Well, a lot of guys have 3 quick fouls, Kevin, because they're out hand checking and pushing guys around. And they say, what do you mean I can't do this anymore? I get paid to push guys around. But after a little while, obviously, guys stepping off and understanding positions on the floor where you could get away with more physical play than you can out in front with point guards, obviously, and having refs' eyes on them or down on the block.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Myers-Leonard. Olynyk comes in for Johnson. And it's Justin Winslow in for Dwayne Wade. To the inside. Adebayo passes to Winslow. A three-pointer off the mark. Toronto shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Got a hand on it. Here's Johnson, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Anunoby, he's checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Fred Van Vliet.
One shot.
That's good from Johnson. 1:16 left in the first quarter. Raiders against Lowry. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. Taking a look at Toronto, they couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And right now for Miami, they're sort of cemented in this spot right now. Playing decent basketball, but not quite well enough to make up any ground and get into that next tier.
Clock at 6. Jones from outside. Toronto grabs the miss, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line, a big factor in the outcome.
I'm just wondering if this home crowd and the energy worked against them in this one. They might have gotten in their heads just a little bit.
And I like how scrappy and aggressive Lowry is on the court. And it's easy to see how much his teammates enjoy playing alongside him.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Raptors leading by 3. Lowry kicks to Gasol. He's off on that one, and it's Miami the other way. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Winslow score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Even though Winslow gets bodied up there, I don't know if he even felt that contact. His focus helps him knock down the shot.
Raiders against Lowry. He kicks it to Gasol. 4 on the shot clock. A terrific shot on the turnaround. And the Raptors lead by 3.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work ethic of his teammates.
We come in every day. Guys in the gym every single day. So I used to think that I was always the hardest worker, but, you know, just coming to seeing guys, the amount of work that they put in, trying to get better each and every day.
And, Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Toronto right now, Johnson is out there with Anunoby, and it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Lowry, and it's Powell in at the 2 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you. And so Olynyk nails both of them. Brent, the league is shaking things up as far as training and evaluation of referees. Do you think it'll result in getting a higher percentage of calls correct? They're pretty good as it is now.
The referees are fantastic.
They are.
And the fact that we're even having a discussion about a higher percentage of correct calls, Kevin, I would just like to have a higher percentage of correct calls for the rest of this game with you.
Well, good. This guy next to me handed me this quote. It wasn't my idea. It was this guy over here.
Yeah, well,
he said, ask Brent about the refereeing.
We need the stats.
Yeah. Oh, we do. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Here's Jones, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for Toronto.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Toronto's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Lowry kicks to Powell. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Goes back up. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Gasol's got 6.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
Adebayo passes to Waiters. To the right side. The pass to Adebayo. Here's Dragic from outside, and the Heat, another 3.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Passes it to Gasol. Here's Powell, and another basket for Toronto.
The defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They cannot figure him out. He continues to light them up from the field. More importantly, they're winning.
And Olynyk kicks to Jones. Olynyk with it. He had 10 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Here's Johnson. The shot, no good. Excellent D that time from Jones. Down low. Fast break, Toronto. A pull-up. The shot by Powell, no good. Miami's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And so Miami again turning it over. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. You look at the Raptors. They're 4th in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season. And, of course, the Heat 2 spots down.
And for the Raptors, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hoped they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Pass to Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. Foul for 3. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Adebayo kicks to Jones. Here's Adebayo, defended by Gasol. Elbow shot. Bank shot. No good.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
That one drops for him. Anunoby's got his first points of the night. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And some changes here for the Heat. James Johnson's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Jimmy Butler comes in for Derek Jones. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Waiters. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Raptors. Pascal Siakam comes in for Stanley Johnson. Butler passes to Adebayo. Back to Butler from deep. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Offside Gasol. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Well, fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
And Marc Gasol, a force on both ends of the floor. You forget, Greg, that he's won a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, Gasol doesn't really wow you on defense with what he does. I mean, he gets blocks, but it's really his positioning and his rotations are what make him so great. Always involved in plays, and he just seems to be able to protect the rim and a terrific team defender.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
Dragic dishes to Wade. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but, man, that's an easy shot.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game. And the Raptors with some changes. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Gasol. Fred VanVleet comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Payne in for Kyle Lowry. Pass to Hollis Jefferson to the wing right side. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Payne. He's guarded closely. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Miami's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Dragic kicks to Wade. Back to Dragic. And the pass to Wade. Payne grabs the board.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Yeah, just the length and explosiveness. Ibaka is a true force at the rim.
Wade passes to Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
All keyed right there from the lead pass, right on the money.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Chalk up 2 there. Payne's got his first bucket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Leonard comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Justin Winslow in for Goran Dragic. Raptors leading by 3. Van Vliet looking around to the paint. That's tipped. Payne. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Three-pointer. Butler. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And the three-pointer's a shot Butler always keeps in the mix. Adds a nice dimension to his game.
Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. To the inside. A second chance effort. Offensive rebound. Ibaka. And another shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. Just an incredible month of basketball. 3rd in steals, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And it's his lightning-quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. And he sinks the second.
You know, and Serge Ibaka, a player who kind of came into the league as a defensive stopper, shot blocker. You know, still has great length and can bother shots, but not the prolific shot blocker he once was, as the focus has become more on the offensive end.
Connects from three-point range.
And we know Dwayne does not take many shots from the outside, but he really knows how to pick his spots.
Van Vliet kicks to Payne. Here's Van Vliet, defended by Butler. Basket, good. Van Vliet's got it all tied up now for the Raptors. And with Ibaka at one point would average almost 4 blocks a game.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard for any player to maintain a pace that high at this stage. Ibaka's done well to adjust, I think, his capabilities and make sure he can still have an impact on defense. The block numbers won't ever be as gaudy as they once were, but he is still causing problems for shooters.
Toronto working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. He had a nice open look right there. And it's a 3-point Toronto lead.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Passes to Winslow. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You see Justice Winslow get into that low defensive stance. Signals kind of like he did at Duke, slap the floor and be ready for a defensive possession.
And Winslow about 6'7", 225, but Brent, it seems like he plays a lot bigger.
Yeah, it does feel like that sometimes. He gets lots of minutes at the power forward position and tries to rebound like a 4. And when he gets it, he can rip it down and run it up the court.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both. Here's Van Vliet. 14 points from him the last game against Philadelphia.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
Toronto calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. It's certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. Number 1, the Heat.
They have gone all out to win the rebounding battle every night, and it's been paying off. I mean, the second chance points thus far have been really impressive.
Ibaka finds Hollis Jefferson. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And the Raptors with the ball. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Olynyk, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. 6 to shoot. Payne passes to Siakam. And not sure what he was thinking there. To the middle. From 8. That one off the back iron and out.
Gotta make those shots. Not sure how he missed it. The defense was just okay.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Softly drops in the floater. Hollis Jefferson's got his first bucket in this one.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Here's Wade. Money from the wing. Wade's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, the defense wasn't all that bad, but Wade's offense is just sometimes too good for anything you throw at him.
Here's Van Vliet. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Raptors have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the first one drops. A different look for Miami. Derek Jones comes in for Johnson. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Dwayne Wade. And the Raptors also making a change. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Cameron Payne. And so he hits both. The Heat trail by 3. And here is Butler. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
Defensive mindset tonight was huge. He was a real pest coming up with all those steals and had great activity.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
The Raptors making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. Leonard, that's for 2. And he overshot that one, missing.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
1:24 left here in the second. It's Jones on the wing. Inside. Kelly Olynyk, a brand nice pickup for the Miami Heat. 4 years and $50 million.
Well, thinking about a floor spacing big man, they like what they saw out of Kelly Olynyk in his brief time with the Boston Celtics. He's still young, has a chance to grow, but his skill set as a big is still eye-popping.
Marc Gasol is checked in for Serge Ibaka. And so Olynyk nails both of them.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Waiters. Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. Over Jones. Misses off the left iron. The Heat trail by 3. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Siakam. Really been a key contributor over the past month. Averaging 9 points per game, almost 3 steals and 7 rebounds. And he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
And he's causing a lot of those mistakes, too. He's just harassing you 94 feet and does not give you an inch.
Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. 4 on the clock. This one for 3. Excellent D that time from Jones. Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. Tries from 16. Olynyk, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Olynyk's got 6 here in this quarter.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
Puts up a 3. Unable to get that one. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Raptors lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
They played some solid team basketball, Ernie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit, and they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. They've got Dion Waiters. Adebayo is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Dragic in at the point guard. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. And Waiters has it in the corner. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Toronto. They lead by 1. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. Anunoby in the corner. Back to Lowry. Shot on the wing. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Waiters outside for the lead. Here's Olynyk. Can't hit that one. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Here's Powell. It's hauled in by the Heat. Butler's got 5 rebounds tonight. Dragic the pass to Adebayo. Butler back to Adebayo. Kicks it to Dragic. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Winslow's checked in for Waiters. Olynyk finds Dragic. Over Lowry. Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Miami. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Now here is Lowry. He's got 5. Gasol dishes to Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. Clock at 6. That's a 2 from Powell. And the Raptors miss again.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Poked away. Dragic rejected by Gasol.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And Bam Adebayo, the 14th overall pick in 2017 out of Kentucky.
Yeah, his name seems to be pretty fitting, right? Like setting screens. Bam. Getting a dunk. Bam. Tremendous athlete. And he can throw it down with some of the best power forwards in the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Toronto's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Lowry kicks to Powell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jimmy Butler.
All the officials are all over that one.
Raptors have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time. Miami's gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. He kicks it to Winslow. It's rebounded by Gasol.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
The Raptors have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one falls. Gasol's got 10 points in the game.
Well-coordinated shot mechanics, especially for a guy with his length.
Yeah, he's certainly able to shoot over the top of people. High percentage look right there from the mid-range.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And even now in his mid-30s, Marc Gasol is fantastic. I mean, he gives you everything you want at that center position. Strong defender and rebounder, and he has a host of ways to get you buckets.
Dragic the pass to Olynyk. Winslow kicks to Butler. And they double up Butler. Winslow wide open. He fires. Miami no good on that time either. And with Gasol, he continues to develop his outside shot, Greg, to act as a stretch center now.
Yeah, and really the combination of his three-ball shooting and his passing really, even at this stage of his career, makes him a tough cover. You worry if he'll settle too much for that outside shot, but boy, when he is on, there are few answers for slowing him down.
Now here's Powell, defended by Butler. They get a hand on it. Powell finds Gasol. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. Gasol's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Miami grabs the miss. Powell with the steal. Now Winslow. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
Dragic against Lowry. Pass to Gasol. From past the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Gasol's got the lead up to 5 now for the Raptors.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Dragic against Lowry. Outside Butler. Shoots over Powell. Again, the miss by the Heat. Raptors leading by 5. Anunoby passes to Lowry. That one good for 2. Lowry's got 7.
And his touch inside more than makes up for Lowry's lack of size. He's a terrific finisher in the paint and doesn't miss many once he gets in tight.
Timeout called, the Heat.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Dwayne Wade comes in for Butler. Then for the Raptors, Ibaka comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. Here's Johnson. No good that time. Good work defensively by Ibaka. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
No, he is a bulldog. I mean, scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
No good from Dragic.
And barely anyone in the area, and still he whiffs on the bunny.
And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And it's Dragic off the drive, and he makes that one. Dragic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, even though Dragic gets hit on the play, you clearly see it there. He possesses the strength and focus to get that one to go.
Lowry against Dragic. Got a piece of it. Wade with it. He has 7. Winslow kicks to Wade. Dragic against Lowry. Back to Wade. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Off target from the baseline.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and the layup's good off the glass. Hollis Jefferson's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And some changes here for the Heat. Leonard, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Goran Dragic. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Toronto. Here's Waiters. Makes it off the glass. Waiters got 5.
When he gets inside, Waiters sometimes finds it hard to finish in traffic, but he makes the necessary adjustment there.
VanVleet passes to Gasol. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Raptors have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And the technical free throw is good. Lowry against Waiters. Lowry finds Hollis Jefferson. And Winslow comes to help. 5 on the clock. Hollis Jefferson passes to Gasol. And he drops it in from the low post. Gasol's got 9 points in the quarter. The Heat trail by 12. Waiters surveying the D. Johnson, the pass to Wade. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And even though Father Time Brent has taxed Wade on his athleticism quite a bit, you can still see glimpses of it when it matters most.
That seems to be the way of Wade right now, is waiting for the moments, the bigger moments, to step up and hit big shots or make the right play. He won't make plays as often as he once did throughout the course of a regular season game, but instill some confidence in his teammates on the floor come crunch time.
No good on that one.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
And he can't hit the second.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
There's Hollis Jefferson. Tries again. And they pick up 2. Ibaka's got 12.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And he's able to get it back.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
It's stolen by Wade. In transition, here comes Miami over Lowry. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Ibaka's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Robinson's checked in for the Heat. The Raptors making a switch here. Lloyd the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lloyd covered by Winslow. In the corner, it's VanVleet. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown. Excellent D there from Waiters. The Heat trail by 14. And there's the pass to Johnson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He's reliable, capitalizing on the inside. You have to keep Johnson from getting in that close.
VanVleet gets to Gasol. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And the Raptors making a change here. Miller's checked in. Floats one up, and Waiters gets it to go on the assist from Cook. 7 points in the game.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
VanVleet gets to Gasol. Over Leonard. They get the rebound. Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Sunday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will come into town.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And he makes the first. The Heat making a switch here. Butler's checked in. And then for Toronto, Siakam is checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And McCaw is subbed in for Miller. Both shots good from the stripe.
Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
1:09 left in the third quarter. Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Tipped away. Butler with the steal. Here's Waiters. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Waiters. Pass to Siakam. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Heat moving the ball around. There's Winslow. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Winslow's got 7.
Good timing from Winslow. He measured up that shot before the ball even got to him.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Anunoby, defended by Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get a hand on it. Butler with the steal. For the finish, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto. The Heat have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. A big-time effort from Marc Gasol, providing a lot of energy for Toronto. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. We come back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Toronto. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points, setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Lowry, Anunoby out there with Ibaka, and it's Van Vliet in at shooting guard. Butler finds Winslow. Here's Van Vliet. He's guarded by Dragic. Ibaka, and that's good off the glass that time. Ibaka's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Toronto. Butler passes to Olynyk. And here's Dragic. The 3 Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 5th rebound in this one. Knocked loose. And again, the turnover by the Heat. Powell, he's checked in for Toronto. Raptors leading by 9. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Lowry drives in. No good that time. And Miami the other way now. Butler passes to Olynyk. In the corner, Winslow with it. Back to Olynyk. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Toronto's gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Here's Anunoby. Covered by Winslow. The teardrop falls in. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Oh, such a field shot there. The floater.
Outside Butler. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character. Has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
He hits both from the stripe. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
In the offseason, riding around in a van with a baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Lowry finds Ibaka. Back to Lowry. Here's Siakam. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Raptors leading by 6. Over to the left wing. Lowry from outside hits it from 3-point range.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
Right side, Butler. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 5th assist in this one.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
And the Raptors call time here. And Goran Dragic, a slippery lefty out of Slovenia.
At his peak, a phenomenal offensive player. He doesn't hit that peak every season, though. And now in his 30s, we'll see how long he can extend his prime.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. During that last break, I heard what the Raptors coach told to his team. He was very adamant in the huddle. He said, don't let up now. Stay aggressive and do the things that have gotten us this far. We're almost there, guys.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Miami on defense. And here is Powell. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
He was very reliable, keeping the ball in his hands during the first half. He's had a bad case of the butterfingers here in the second.
Here's Dragic. Dishes it to Butler. And it's Adebayo in the corner. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
So you want to get your coach fired up? Do something like that right there. That kind of loss of concentration will drive your coach crazy.
Dragic against Lowry. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Butler passes to Winslow. Butler with the ball. Powell on him. Powell pulls it in. Toronto leading by 10. Pass to Anunoby. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And the basket is good.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Now here's Dragic. Pass to Olynyk. Now Lowry. The pass to Anunoby. 6 to shoot. And the shot falls short this time. The Heat trail by 12. Butler finds Winslow. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Lowry against Dragic. Passes it to Siakam. "13 feet away. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Here's Butler. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Lowry. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the Raptors. 8-point game. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Olynyk.
And the muscle that Anunoby possesses. Fantastic at gutting it out through contact and finishing.
James Johnson's checked in for the Heat. Wade comes in for Jimmy Butler. And the Raptors also making a change. Marc Gasol's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And last season, a very strong rookie campaign, Greg, for OG Anunoby.
You know, the team quickly learned that they could rely on him offensively. And it's rare to have a team trust someone taking 23rd overall that quickly. Surprised a lot of people with how efficient he was on offense right out of the gate. And I think you're going to see him continue to grow in that regard.
Here's Lowry. Gasol kicks to Siakam. Here's Anunoby. He's guarded by Johnson. Gasol no good.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Raptors leading by 6. Lowry with the ball. That's tipped. Shoots over Dragic. Dragic with some nice D.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Olynyk. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 4 assists in the game. For Toronto, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Lowry kicks to Gasol. On the left block, count that one. Gasol's got 14 points now in the second half.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
Yeah, shooting at a very high percentage right now. This one extending the lead.
Johnson in the corner. There's Dragic with the three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys. 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Pass to Powell. Five to shoot. Fires the three. Rebound by the Heat. Johnson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's on an open. He dishes it to Powell. Outside Lowry. Launches it. No good. Shot missing. And the Heat going the other way now. To the middle. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Olynyk.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Toronto's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. And the Raptors call time here.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Marc Gasol.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
And Miami making a change here. Winslow's checked in. Powell, the pass to Anunoby. Just 5 to shoot. Powell with it. Now guarded by Winslow. From deep 3-point range. Raptors get it back and a new 24. And there it is for him. Gasol's got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
Well, we saw this same kind of attack in the last game. Ferocious effort in back-to-back outings. And that's why this team turns to Dwayne Wade in times of crisis.
Now the feed to Powell. Count it, and the foul. That's on Dwayne Wade.
That's a perfect reverse, using the backboard as his friend, drew the defender in, and just slipped it to the other side.
The Heat trail by 4. Dragic kicks to Wade. 1:53 left in the 4th. Back to Dragic. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Dwayne Wade, and that's good.
A somewhat sporadic 3-point shooter, but he's able to knock that one down.
Pass to Gasol. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Lowry against Dragic. And here's Olynyk from the arc. Toronto grabs the miss. Powell's got 4 rebounds in this game. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And nice there. He does not waste those opportunities. Just what they needed with this game still in doubt.
Here's Wade. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Huge shot from Wade, doing exactly what they needed to on that possession.
1:06 left in the 4th quarter. Lowry dishes to Gasol. Now the pass to Siakam. It's good.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt. Professional move all the way. Puts the team on his back when it matters most.
Dragic kicks to Wade. Back to Dragic. Wade on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Adebayo passes to Wade. It's rebounded by Anunoby. They break it out 5 on 3. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Miami has possession. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. Good work defensively by Lowry.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 5. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
They love to get it into the hands of their best scorer, but you also need a backup plan. Plan B has to be covered.
Wait. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Wade kicks to Olynyk. It's in!
And he is pouring it on here offensively. Olynyk looks to be warmed up.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Three-pointer, Butler, count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And when things are tight, Butler just seems to step his game up. Tremendous score here in the clutch.
Toronto calls timeout. They're ahead by 1. Just 2 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws. And he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They trail by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you. Here with Marc Gasol. Mark, you got on track offensively as the game went on. What was the difference?
Well, having the ball a little more, but it really doesn't matter. I thought in the second half, we played more like us. We executed better. We defend better. And we finished possession with the rebound, which allowed you to run a little bit more.
That is your team's MO, Mark. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you later.